Hello and welcome to Before Exams. Here we help you to prepare for your competitive examinations. Subscribe to our channel so that whenever we post the content about your exam, you get the notification about it. Hello and welcome to this section of IELTS reading. In this section, we'll be studying about matching the heading types of questions. So in the matching the heading types of question, there is a list of headings which are given, and we need to figure out that which heading will be of which paragraph. So basically, we just have to find out what is the summary of each paragraph. And these kind of questions are not in order. And many a times you'll find around 70% probability that you will be seeing these type of questions in your examination. So let's just proceed with it. Now, what we'll be learning in this is, first of all, we'll be learning the overview, that is the brief description of these kind of questions, then the strategy to attempt these questions, then some tips how to attempt these questions, and then we'll be looking at an example. Okay, so let's proceed with it. Now, these kind of questions, as I said, that they have a high probability of appearance. It will be around 60 to 70% probability that you'll be seeing these kind of questions in your exam. Now, in these type of questions, a list of headings will be given. What you have to do is you need to match the correct heading with the respective paragraph. So, for example, there are 5 paragraphs, then there will be around 6 or 7 headings. You need to find. Let's say you are working on the second heading. You need to find that this heading is for which paragraph. Let's suppose it is for third paragraph. So, what you'll do is you'll just write the paragraphs will be in alphabetical order, A, B, C, D, E. So, you will just write that this heading is for paragraph C. We'll be doing that. We'll be doing that in the later section of this lecture, and you'll get a better understanding how to attempt these kind of questions. Now, in simple words, what you need to do is you need to figure out a one-line summary for each paragraph. So there will be a paragraph wherein you need to check that what is the summary of this, and you need to just find the heading for that. That is from the list. Now, this could be the match the heading and match the summary questions also. You also get many a times you also get match the summary questions also. The idea is almost the same, that you need to find the summary of that paragraph. Now, how you should go ahead and how you must attempt these questions. I'll tell you a strategy. You can make your own strategy, but this is what I follow to attempt these kind of questions. So first thing is read the instructions and the list of headings carefully. Read the instruction, what you have to do in the question, and the list of headings. First, read all the list of headings before jumping to read the passage. Always read the heading first. It will give you an idea, and when you will be jumping to the passage to read the passage, the headings will be in your mind, and it will give you a clear understanding that which heading will be for which paragraph. Underline the keywords in the list of headings. After underlining the keywords for the list of headings, what you have to do is you have to work on one heading at a time. Read the heading, understand it, just memorize the keyword, and then try to look in the passage. After that, skim and scan the passage and figure out the synonyms. Just check whether synonyms are used or the exact keywords are used. So exact keywords will be rarely used. Many a times you will find the synonyms itself. Then underline the keywords in the passage and write a 3-4 word main idea of the passage. So what you have to do is after reading the summary, what you can do is just read the whole passage and write a 3 to 4 word summary for each passage besides it. So what you will this will help you to figure out which summary is for which passage or which heading is for which passage, because with that summary, try to match the heading which are there in the list. This will really help you to gain or to get the correct answer. After that, return to headings and then start matching the headings against each paragraph. So this is the strategy to attempt these kind of questions. I hope you get it, and this will really help you. I hope this will really help you to attempt the match the heading or match the summary kind of questions. Let's look at some tips that you need to follow so that you can score maximum. Always check on similar headings. Now, what will happen in these kind of questions is, let's say there are 6 headings, then there will be at least 2 headings that will confuse you. They might have the same type of keywords. So what you have to do is you have to read the passage in detail. You have to read these in detail to get the clear understanding. Never read the passage quickly or skim and scan quickly. In these kind of questions, you need to read the passage in detail so that you can get a clear understanding that what is being asked in it. Always find the main idea of the paragraph, as I have just said. So find the main idea of the paragraph and write a 3 to 4 or around 5 to 6 words heading for each paragraph. After that, figure out the difference between main idea and the extra information in the paragraph. Now, for the paragraph, there will be a main idea. For example, it is talking about lion. So in let's say one paragraph is talking about his eating habits. So then you have the main idea that this paragraph is talking about the eating habits, and then there will be the extra information that what he likes to eat, how does he get his food, what are the types of teeth he has to chew that food. So this is the extra information which is not relevant for the heading part. What you have to do is you have to figure out clearly what is the main idea, and you have to figure out what is the extra information. So you have to keep aside the extra information and you have to work on the main idea of the passage. Then the number of headings in the list will be more than the number of paragraphs. So if there are, let's say 6 paragraphs, then there will be 7 to 8 headings. It will not be the double of it. Max to max 1 or 2 headings will be extra in that, so that it can confuse you. These type of questions confuses the candidates a lot. And many a times I have seen the candidates, they just leave the question because they are not confident. So they just leave the question. This is not a good strategy. I'll be talking about that now. Now, this is not a good strategy to leave the question, because leaving the question is not it is not a good idea. There is no negative marking in it. And if you do not have negative marking, you should not be afraid of attempting a question. So try to attempt the question, and with the practice, obviously with the practice questions before your test, obviously you can get you can master that and you can easily attempt these kind of questions, because you know that it is a very high probability that these kind of questions may come in your exam. So be prepared for it rather than running from it. Just face these kind of questions. Now, there will only be one possible heading for each paragraph. So if there is a paragraph, there will only be one possible heading for it. You won't find 2 to 3 headings, although there could be 2 to 3 headings to confuse you, but there will be only one correct answer for it. Whenever you find a heading for a paragraph, strike off that option, so that you do not get confused when you are finding the headings for the other paragraphs. Whenever you will be striking that option off, that means that option is eliminated. And if that option is eliminated, that means you do not have to work longer on it. So it will ease your job. So whenever you find an option or that option is already done, just strike off that. Let's just work on an example. I'll give you some time, or what you can do is you can pause the video and you can read the passage and you can try to attempt the question. What I'll do is I'll try to attempt the first one for you, and then you have to attempt the next 2. So I'll give you some time to read the passage, or what you can do is you can pause the video, because I would not be able to give you a lot of time in this. Okay, so let's just look at the question. So in this, it says, let's just read first the headings. A simple cell phone. Give me a moment. Okay. So it says a simple cell phone. That means it is talking about the simplicity. It is talking about a mobile phone. A strange TV. Number of products shown on the festival. So it is talking about a festival. It is talking about products. So these are the keywords, right? What we'll do is we'll try to find the answers to it. So let's just find the answer of the first heading. Let's skim the passage. So while skimming and scanning, always remember you should have the habit of reading 3 words at a time. So let's just look at this with opposite. So you'll see that in the first heading that we, I'm sorry, in the first passage that we just read, there was nothing mentioned about a mobile phone. So that is, this will not be the answer. So let's just jump to the second one. Okay, so it's talk about a mobile phone here. This could be our answer. Just mark this keyword and try to find the answer around it. So we'll try to find the answer around it. The first was a mobile phone launched by Swiss company Punk and designed by Jasper Morrison that allows user to make calls and texts only. So what it is saying, it is saying that it allows users to only make calls and text. That means it is talking about is simplicity, right? So if it is talking about its simplicity, that means it is talking about the mobile phone. It is talking about the simplicity. So this could be the answer for it. But we'll not say that this is the answer for it. We'll look at the other passage too. So the third passage does not talk about any mobile phone. So we'll not mark this. So that means we only had one paragraph wherein it was mentioned about the mobile phone, and also it was mentioned about its simplicity. Now you'll see that it was the simplicity was not the exact word which was mentioned. It was the synonym of it. It was a phrase which was telling us that it is talking about the simplicity of it. Okay, so this will be the answer for the first heading. So just like this. Now, if I have found the answer for the first heading, that means I'll strike this off. Also, I'll strike this paragraph, because now I'll not find the paragraph. I'll not have to read the paragraph again. So when I'll be finding it for the next one, I only have to skim and scan the 2 paragraphs, not this one, right? So this will ease my job off. So this is how we'll be attempting these kind of questions. I'll leave the other 2 for you. You can just go ahead and you can attempt these questions. I'll give you the answers for it. Now, these are the answers for it. You can just check whether your answers were correct or not. And if it were not correct, why it was not correct, just try reading it again and again, and you'll find your mistake. So this will be it for this topic for today. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope now you have the idea that how you have to attempt these kind of questions and how you have to be confident in these kind of questions. So for the assignment, you can mail me on the email address given in the link. I'm sorry, in the description, and I'll be mailing you the assignment. So thanks a lot for watching this video. I will really appreciate that. I will really appreciate if you are serious about your IELTS studies, and I really hope that you will crack your exam and you'll realize your dream of moving abroad very soon. Thank you and have a nice day. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.